Best Medicine Podcast with Simba. Sparking positive change in the community. Having real conversations and therapy. And you know that laughter's the best remedy. Got that heavy dose of humor for your hearts to heal. With mental health, it can't get any more real, yeah. Best Medicine Podcast. Laugh, love, learn. Best Medicine Podcast.
Best Med Pod, it's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. And today, I have a special guest. If you listen to the diagnosis, you know that all I have are special guests, and today ain't no different. Today, man, I tell you, sometimes I get on this pod and get giddy by the people that I speak to. And a lot of the times it's because I'm this person's biggest fan, and it's like kind of creepy because they don't really know that I'm their biggest fan, but I really am. So back in the days of old when the internet was only such a little child, there was an artist of sorts.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're taking it there. There was an artist of sorts by the name of Charles Hamilton. And if you don't know who Charles Hamilton is, at that time he was nerd wheezy when it comes to mixtapes.
Yeah.
Nerd wheezy. Like, he had 1 billion mixtapes within the span of 2 years, 3 years. And we all loved him.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that we started doing things to like mimic him. So it was a collective of us. It was a huge collective of us. It was a small, huge collective of us who started like blogspot.com blogs and little YouTube videos and things like that. And it was like a community. It was a small, large community of nerds who would just nerd out over this dude's music and his messages and just his sheer weirdity, if that's a word. And there was just one flower who stuck out. It was a flower that stuck out of the concrete. And I was like, wow, this flower is wonderful. And not only is it beautiful, but it spawns out such great pollen that I wish I was a bee. So this person started a YouTube channel. I read their blogs. I like harassed them in their DMs at the time. So I would like for y'all all to be introduced to Miss Kela.
Oh, wow. Some type of introduction.
just showing my love for you, okay?
Oh, wow. That was great. I was not expecting that. Okay.
Of course not. How's it going? This is weird. Did I make it weird already? This is weird. I feel weird.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. I'm doing good.
I hope so. I always hope you're doing good.
Oh, well, thank you. I always hope you're doing good too. I like knowing that our big, small collective of people who love Charles Hamilton is doing well. It seems like everyone's doing fine. Everyone's doing their own thing now. So that's good.
That was a weird time in life.
Oh, yes, it was. That was my early 20s.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yes, it was very weird.
Yeah, that was weird. So let's talk about that. Let's take these. We have to.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
to, because this is a part of our origin story.
It is.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Circa 2009.
That's how long ago that was. Oh my God. Man, that was so long ago.
That was decades ago.
Oh man, jeez.
So let's start. How did you get into Charles Hamilton?
God, okay. I have to talk about certain people, I guess. Okay,
Yeah.
so Chris,
Yeah.
he was the one.
Our fearless leader.
He was actually too. Oh my God. Okay. He was the one that introduced me to Charles Hamilton's music and everything. And I think at first, because he liked to send me all sorts of music. So I think at first I probably was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really, like, you send me so much stuff. I don't. But then I guess I started listening to it apparently. And I just, like, fell in love. He became my favorite rapper.
All of our favorite rappers.
Right? Like we all we would do was talk about him and just we were all obsessed.
Yeah, what was wrong with us?
A lot of things.
He brainwashed us.
He really did. Oh my God.
He knew what he was doing.
Cult.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Yeah,
oh my God, I was in a cult.
We wouldn't have like died for him, but we would have definitely like rode for him. We did ride for him.
Oh yeah, we rode for him no matter what he did.
Some more than others.
He's done a lot of bad stuff. No matter what he did, we were always defending him and everything.
Yeah, I think he tapped into our subconscious. Because that's what he was doing on those songs. That's all he was doing on those songs. And we just like fell into it. But it didn't matter because he made fucking great music.
Oh yeah, he's very talented. I will still stand by that to this day. Yeah. Like, he's very talented.
Yeah, it's wild. So fast forward, you make, what comes first, the blog spot or the YouTube channel?
Oh no, I'm not sure which one came first. Maybe the YouTube channel.
And I think it was the other way around.
It might have been the other way around.
Because I'm sure you did like Tumblr first. And then I think the Tumblr fell into the blog spot, which then fell into the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Kela says.
Yeah, I remember those days. And then one day I just was like, I'm done. I completely distanced myself from the whole Star Chaser thing after a while.
Yeah, because you became a grown woman.
All this happened in my early 20s.
Right.
So
Right. So when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, it's like, oh, this shit is cool. And then you get like 23, 24, 25. It's like, all right, fam. Like,
yeah. I don't know. Things started to get kind of weird.
It did get weird.
And
towards the end, they started getting weird. Towards the 14s and the 12, like everything after like normalcy, it started getting really weird.
Yeah. I still love him though. Sometimes he'll pop in my head and I'll just be like, oh, you know what? Let me listen to this Charles Hamilton song. It's just in my head for no apparent reason.
But yeah, so I was the leader of the Kela. Was it Hello Kela? It was Hello Kela.
Oh God. Are we talking about my fan page that I had for no apparent reason?
Yeah, you had fans. I was one of them. I was the leader. I was the leader of the Kelas.
Oh no.
Yeah, we definitely would have wrote. We definitely would have died for you.
Oh no. Oh no, I was a nobody.
And that's what made it so dope. That's what made it so dope. You were just this random cute girl who would make videos. It's like, oh, I can watch her? Because this is like early YouTube.
Yeah, I had a lot of opinions about things, and I guess I needed to share them with other people, and everyone was just like, "Yeah, woo, yeah, you made another video. That's great. We love you." And I'm just like, but why? I didn't do anything. I literally showed you guys my room. And let's not forget my beef with that alien dude. I don't know if you remember that.
Talk about it.
Oh no.
Talk about it. We here now.
I guess he had like feelings for me. Yeah. It got really weird.
I'm telling you, we would have died for you.
He was trying to have beef with Charles Hamilton, but Charles Hamilton wasn't paying attention to him.
Right.
So then it ended up on me, and then I don't really remember much. I just know he made a mixtape about me.
What?
Yes. He made a whole mixtape about me and everything. There's a video on YouTube about, him and me, and like
holy shit,
him just getting so upset because I wasn't doing something. I don't know. I just know he was kind of crazy. Like he was off. Like I don't know whatever happened to him. I know years later he wrote me on Facebook pretending to be this Asian woman and told me
dude is nuts.
and threatened me basically. Jeez. Because somebody was still friends with him, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to be, associated with him.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I heard you talking about him and blah, blah, blah. But it was really him. He was pretending to be an Asian woman. And what was really weird was I guess he used 2 different Asian women's pictures. I'm like, those are not even the same Asian woman. Well, it got weird. Got very weird. Like he was weird. I forgot his name. Alien.
I don't even remember that dude. That's funny though. That's really funny. Did you have a lot of that? Did you have a lot of that at that time? The extra juiced ass fanboys.
I mean, I guess I'm cute, so there were guys that wanted to show me attention. Chris would be upset about that, but that's a different story. Other people would show me,
Did
attention, and it wasn't to that extent though, to where they made a mixtape about me and then had like a weird interview talking about me as if like we were dating. Like we didn't date. There was no dating. There was probably some flirting, but I didn't think much of it. Like I wasn't sitting there tall and like, oh man, this alien dude is my, man. Like, no, he wasn't.
Did the mixtape slap?
Did the mixtape slap?
Yeah.
I mean, there was like a song on there that was like, I think he even used my voice in one of the songs. Like, it got weird. So
was it like a, well, isn't this awkward type situation, or was it just like a Paula situation? You remember Robin Thicke?
Oh, God. It was just really weird.
So
like Paula. He made a mixtape about me, making it seem like me and him were a thing.
Yeah.
And then him seeming to also have beef with me. Like, I'm like, so are we lovers or are
he was essentially Charles Hamilton. He was trying to be Charles Hamilton.
He was trying to be Charles Hamilton. Most definitely trying to be Charles Hamilton. And I guess since he was like, oh, this girl gets all this attention from all the Charles Hamilton fans, so I'm going to get her attention. And then things just got weird.
This is funny.
Things got weird. I think it was called like Queen of the Damned or something.
Wow. He photoshopped your face over Aaliyah.
Oh no, like he used my own pictures of me when I was going through my goth phase.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah, he used my own pictures and then like tried to edit it somehow. If I can find it, I'll most definitely send it to you.
If you would send that to me, that's going to be the cover art. That is going to definitely be the cover art. That is hysterical.
It was weird. It was a weird time. Like, yeah.
So then you disappeared, and then what did you do during that disappearance? Started to live like actual life off the internet?
Pretty much. Like, I remember I entered a relationship at the time, and I just kind of, faded away until I started cosplaying.
Your cosplay is fire. At what year did you start cosplaying?
2015. So way after the whole Charles Hamilton thing, like years later.
What got you into that?
It's gonna be funny. So it's such a stupid thing. So my at the time boyfriend was like, it was his first time ever going to a comic convention or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, are you gonna dress up?" And I was like, "No, nerd, I'm not gonna dress up." And then I thought about it, and I ended up dressing up.
What was your first? What was your first cosplay?
My first cosplay was a pinup style Black Cat. Or at least that's what I was aiming for. But everyone thought since I had white hair and I was Black, everyone assumed I was Storm.
Hilarious.
Like always.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
So you made a better Storm than Black Cat?
Probably. I mean, like, they just assumed that I was Black Cat because they saw a Black girl with a white wig. That's really what I think it was.
And then how did that love progress?
For cosplay?
Yeah.
For cosplay?
Yep, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. The thing is, I feel like the love for it was always there because I love dressing up. I love pretending to be someone else. So I guess it's just always been there. I just didn't know that there was a name for it.
What was, at this point, what has been your best cosplay?
I'm going to go with Catwoman because that's the one where I feel like that's the first time I put a lot of effort behind the cosplay, and that's the one where it got so much attention, and I did a photo shoot for that one. That was the first one I ever did a photo shoot for, so that one is the one that I can't wait till I lose a bit of weight so I can get back in that costume and do another photo shoot to update it.
Yeah, that Catwoman was fire. Catwoman was fire. I like, didn't you do a Velma?
Yes, I did Velma too. That's one of my favorites too. I've never worn that to a convention, but I would like to.
Yeah, I like Velma. I don't know. I just always liked Velma.
Right? Velma's so dope. She's smart. She's thick. Go ahead, girl.
Why is Velma thick though? Why is Velma thick like that though? That's the cold part. So do you have a cosplay page?
I have a Facebook cosplay page. You're supposed to be my biggest fan. How do you not know that?
I'm doing an interview. I have to ask you. I know everything about you. I'm trying to give the I'm trying to give the audience things to. I'm not asking these questions for me, Kela.
That makes sense.
So do you want to promote your cosplay page?
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, it's on Facebook. It's Kiki Fierce Cosplays. I'm trying to think now, is there an X between Kiki and Fierce? I'm a really bad promoter. This is my own page. And I'm just like, I wonder, because that's normally how I do it, but I don't know. I guess you can just easily just type in Kiki Fierce.
Right.
Yeah, it's just Kiki Fierce Cosplay. There's no X. I had to look it up.
Perfect.
I'm awful.
I'm awful is the name of this podcast episode. That's funny. So, through cosplay, have you gotten in any type of trouble or have you gotten any like backlash with your cosplay?
Normally it's because I'm Black. I remember I was about to cosplay Harley Quinn
Yes.
as Princess Leia.
That's
and
fire.
Someone wrote me and was like, "You can't do that. That's whiteface." And I'm like, "She's a clown. This is clown face."
This is clown face.
It is like that's not even her skin complexion. That's clown makeup.
And it's
I'm just
also
like, this is weird.
that goop that she fell into, that vat of chemicals that she fell into that bleached her skin.
Yeah, like I'm just like, how is that a thing? Are you like seriously saying
Somebody
like
said
I'm being
white face.
racist right now?
Somebody
They
said
they
white
made it as if I was being racist. I'm like, white people don't look like this. What?
Said, bruh, every single thing is technically white face. Like, anything that I try to put on is white face if I'm a character. There's no black characters. Have you done Foxy Cleopatra?
Have I done who?
Not Foxy Cleopatra. From Drawn Together.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. No, I haven't done her.
Okay. I thought you did. Didn't you have one with you have a fro?
One where I have a fro.
Yeah, you got
There's been so many things.
You got a puff.
I'm trying
It's
to
like a
think
big
back
old
now.
puff. It's like a big old puff.
Oh, I've done like oh no, I've lost it. I've done like a dark sip.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where I ended up having a fro for that, and then I recently just took random pictures of myself as Lana. But
yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. It was
but
Lana.
I did it with like my poof instead of how her hair is normally straight.
So basically, all the backlash you get is like people trying to tell you that you can't cosplay because you're black.
Because I'm black.
Yeah, like they just telling you that you can't cosplay because you're black.
Yeah, I mean, certain characters. If I cosplay like Lana, it's okay because Lana's a black woman.
Right.
If I stick to black characters, it's okay. But when I venture out and do white characters, it's like, huh? Why? I don't get much backlash. If anything, I get more backlash because I prefer doing sexier cosplays versus, building armor. That's just not the type of cosplayer I am. So
when you go the sexy route, where are you getting the backlash from? Other women?
Actually, no. It's mostly guys.
What?
I've gotten backlash from guys.
You don't shut your nerd ass up and look at breasts. What are you talking about? What? What are you talking
about? It's very rare. I don't feel like I've ever really gotten much backlash from women. But I guess because I follow other women who also, are pretty sexy. So they see it as like, yes, girl, go ahead,
exactly.
do that. But there's been some guys that are like, I've had guys anonymously write me saying that, you're never going to find anyone who's going to love you, with you dressing like that or with you doing things like that, blah, blah, blah.
And that's a lie.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. A lot of guys feel like this isn't cosplay because it's sexy.
Oh, and
so
you're just dressing
I didn't actually put effort into it.
Yeah, got it.
They feel like so.
I can see that. Can you see
girls?
Can you see that though? Like, is there some people who you see doing that? Just like throwing on a costume just so they can like have their nipples out?
Wow. Well, I mean, normally when I see those type of things, those are women who are pornographic models. So,
okay.
It's rare, but I also feel like if I do see that, I'm just like, yes, girl, do you. Like, yeah. I'm not here to sit and pick apart how a person cosplays. Like, if that's what you feel is appropriate for the person that you're cosplaying, that's you. And I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to hype you up. I don't feel the need to tear people apart or tell them like, oh, like that's not cosplay. Right. I put effort into my stuff. And you didn't. You're just wearing lingerie. Like,
what's the best cosplay that you've seen somebody do?
The best cosplay I've seen somebody do. I don't know. Anytime anyone builds armor, I feel like I'm just amazed because I know I'm never, that's like I said, that's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I love it when I see other people do it. And I think it's really awesome. And that takes time. And that's them showing off their creativity. And I give them nothing but props for that.
And that's a hefty investment for no return.
I mean, I guess the return for them is that I finished this project and I'm happy with it. So that's good, you know, because I mean, they get a lot of attention at cosplay events. They most definitely do. They win the costume contest and everything.
So you might, so if you win like the costume contest, you might get like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
From bragging rights and stuff like that. Got it.
Right.
Okay. What is the wildest one where you're just like, huh? Like, it might have been cool, but you were just like, you put that together?
I'm trying to think. The only one I can think of is, okay. So, from the Lego movie, the little unicorn, someone actually like made that. And I was like, huh. I never thought about that. That was really cool.
The nice one or the angry one? Or did it turn into the angry one?
He was nice. Okay. Like the costume was nice. Like they were the nice one.
Yeah,
they were naked.
Yeah. It would have been dope if it could transform into the angry one.
Right? Yeah.
Now we're talking, guy. Next Comic-Con, I want to see it.
Oh, that's funny.
How many cons have you gone to?
Oh, man.
You were down the street from me, and I didn't even know it, and I was upset.
I was?
Yeah, when you came to Oakland.
Oh, wow. Was it when I was Kiki?
Huh? Yes. It was just like a year ago or something. You came to Oakland for the con.
Yeah, that might have been when I was Kiki, because I remember I went to it was in Oakland, but it wasn't called like the Oakland Comic Convention. It was like, I think it was like San Francisco.
Yeah.
But it was in Oakland.
Yeah, it was at the Marriott.
Which was very confusing. But yeah, I think that's when I was Kiki.
Because she's in San Francisco? Because of San Francisco?
Because it was San Francisco. I think so. I think that's what it was. It's either that or when we went to the anime convention. That might have also been that too. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. So, how many cons have you gone to at this point? Yeah, I'm bringing my personal. It has to be more than 10 I'm bringing my now. personal stuff onto the podcast.
Yeah, it has to be more than 10 by this point.
Both big and small.
Yes.
And the biggest one is which one?
The biggest one is probably, I'm going to say Wizard World in Chicago.
Okay. So being a cosplayer, being, you've spent a good, like the latter of your 20s on the internet, like as an internet person. Has that gotten you into any situations that have been tricky to get out of?
I'm pretty sure it has, but I don't know. People can find you.
Yeah.
And so that's been like a thing, like I'll be out, you know, or I'll be working and then someone just so happens to find me on Facebook and then they dive deeper and they want to go to my Twitter and want to go to my Instagram. And I forget that there are people who are not very open-minded when it comes to certain things that I post. Like I said, I tend to post things that are a bit sexier. So I have to kind of calm down a little bit and not post certain things now or make myself private because
people are nuts.
People do find things and people threaten to show things to certain people. I've had a guy go, oh, well, seeing as you want to post stuff like this, I'm going to send all this information to the school you go to.
Wow.
And I was like, huh? How are you going to do that?
For what reason? How you going to do that? You said quickly.
I wasn't even like worried that they were actually going to do it, but that's been a thing.
What would be the point of that?
I guess
just
to
for
embarrass me.
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to embarrass me, but I know that what I'm posting is going to live on forever.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you're the one putting it out there. Yeah. It's like how are you gonna say anything about something I put out?
Right. I mean, clearly I'm just kind of like, oh well, someone's gonna see it. Yeah. So but yeah, I've been threatened that way before.
That is ridiculous.
Like I said, I've had people that I've actually met in person will track me down on the internet, which is always creepy.
That's
and then
creepy.
I remember a guy did that. He met me at work. I was helping him at my job because that's what you do with customers. You help them.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the day ends, whatever. I go home. I get a friend request. And I notice the name. And I'm like, didn't I help this guy today? Because I literally saw basically all his information, so I remembered his name.
Yeah.
And he deletes the friend request. Then he requests me again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? Why? So then I write him and pretend like I don't know who it is. And I'm like, do I know you? It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Facebook sent that request.
Facebook sent it?
Like, what?
Facebook is sending requests right now?
Yeah, Facebook just so happens to link us two together and sent the request. I'm like, you can't think I'm that stupid, right? Like, that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
That's really stupid.
That was really stupid, but I guess that was his way of being like, oh, okay, well, since I have you here now, hi.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but now, what now? It's like, oh, but you know where I work. You don't have to track me down on the internet.
Right. Like, if it was such a, you could have, said something then, but I guess he was like, no, I don't want to say that now, but
I'm going to slide in the DMs.
I'm going to find you. I'm going to hunt you down.
No, that's weird. I got to stop being weird. So yeah, I'm weird, but in the sense of I'll just spend the latter part of 15 years just infatuated and just never I love women from afar. I don't have to have you. I just know that I love you. And that's enough for me. Yo, hey, y'all have no idea how much I've crushed on this girl for 15 years.
Oh, no.
That's hella funny.
Oh, wow.
You've also been a part of catfishing, have you not?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I know exactly who it was.
Oh, you know who it is.
I say unfortunately because this person, we talked together, we were open with each other.
Right.
Apparently not that open because now they want to pretend to be me. But we grew close. I'll say it like that. We grew close.
Is this a male or a female? Male or female?
It's a male.
Oh, okay.
I know, like I said, I know exactly who it is. I know his full name.
Jeez.
Like I said, we grew close. And
come on, Chris, stop doing this stuff.
I don't know what happened to where they felt like,
I don't know if it's Chris.
Well, I hate you now,
was just trying to be funny.
I'm going to use your pictures to get women to send me nudes of themselves.
What? Oh, so you're a lesbian?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yes. Internet Kela, or as they go by Kiki. They don't go by my actual name. They go by Kiki because they kind of want to be like me. just in case someone finds, maybe my other stuff. They'll be like, oh, okay, these are the same people. It's Kiki. But
this is where she gives it up big time, though.
Yeah, I ended up, someone wrote me recently and was like, hey, I think someone's using your pictures to catfish. And I'm like, not again, because this has happened before. Yeah. It happened in 2018, I want to say.
Okay.
But I'm like, okay, just send me the screenshot of the page. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're really, all right, again. Then they're like, yeah, they sent me some private pictures too and videos. And I'm like...
Because you sent them to this person?
Because I sent them to him. Because, like I said, we grew close. Okay, that's fine. It's not fine, but, we grew close. And his mistake was sending the same things. Like, I looked and I'm like, this is only during a certain time period of my life. Mm-hmm. That narrows down a lot of people. But then I made an OkCupid profile and I wanted to see the profile myself. Like the full profile. I want to see what they wrote. Mm-hmm. I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to know exactly who this is. So I made it. The way they were speaking, I knew off the bat. I'm like, I know exactly who this is. Then they used every profile picture I used on Facebook between 2017 and 2018. Yeah. I'm like, okay, but one picture was completely different than all the rest. It was a picture that I was being silly and I sent him and he's the only person that has that picture. And I knew right there.
Not even
I know
slick.
Exactly who it is.
Not even slick.
Nope. Not at all. It's like they wanted me to know who it was.
Yeah, it was like a Trojan horse. It was what Charles Hamilton was doing. He was just subliminally putting things in the air so you can find it.
Yeah.
So it's like
they wanted me to find it. And the thing is, I feel like if I confront the person, I'm just going to get yelled at and told I'm not doing that. I don't know why you're talking to me. We don't speak. Please leave me alone. And I don't feel like going back and forth with anybody. So I'm just leaving it the way it is. And maybe at some point, because I thought about legal action because it's actually against the law to send pictures of someone else's to someone else. It's against the law. So I don't know how they would figure out, like, it is him. Let's, proceed.
IP addresses.
Because it just sounds like an he said, she said thing. But I would really have to, but all the Corona stuff was going on when I found out. So I have been looking into pressing charges.
Yeah, all you got to do is just find the IP address and then it'll tack right onto him.
But at the moment, all the profiles are down.
It should be.
They made an OkCupid and they also made an Instagram. They didn't have anything posted on the Instagram. They just had my picture, which again was from like 2018, 2017 because, but yeah. So finally Instagram took it down and they took down the OkCupid the next day after I found it. So I hope that it doesn't happen again, but since this is the second time that he's done this,
it won't happen.
It might happen again.
It won't happen again.
I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to just laugh it off, but it's really hurtful when someone you grow close to decides to betray your trust and send off things just so they can get nudes because apparently they can't get them being themselves.
So you were garnering nudes. You that nigga. You for sure that nigga. You
when I like someone, I show them that I like them.
No. I mean him sending your nudes got nudes. Mm-hmm. You are the shit. But
right, like that's flattering that women find me attractive, and I'm like, hey, I find y'all attractive too. Yeah, exactly, but I wish I was me,
Right.
doing it, and not just some random busted ass dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Just trying to get nudes because my nudes are bomb. They are. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here in front. Like, my pictures and videos are dope, but it's unfortunate.
You said that page was Kiki. Because I could put a girl's video picture up there and catfish him, and
I thought about doing that myself, actually, too. Like, funny. If I see it again, because the first time I saw it, I told my friend, like, hey, can you please make a Tinder? Because there's a Tinder, someone pretending to be me. Yeah. And we matched because they were matching with everybody because,
you trying.
They hoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently,
exactly.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay. So then I wrote them and was like, hey, I know you're not Kela. Right. I know Kela.
I know for a fact.
And you're not Kela.
Facts.
So then the page all of a sudden disappeared.
Of course. Of course. We can take this out, but was it the person that I just said?
Who?
The person that I said earlier.
Who did you say earlier?
The leader.
Oh no, it wasn't him.
Okay. So cool. Yeah. So it's cool. It was just a joke then.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a joke.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't. Me and him are no longer on speaking terms, but he wasn't doing it. Yeah. That's really funny and terrifying at the same time. It really is. Like, at first, like, you think it's kind of flattering. If they were just using, like, my regular profile pictures, like, oh, okay, whatever, get your coins or whatever you're trying to do. Yeah. But, like, you're using actual private pictures that I sent you, private videos that I sent you.
Yeah, you're doing this maliciously.
To get nudes from other women. Like, what does that say about you? Clearly, you can't get women on your own. I mean, it was just the luck of the draw with me.
Yeah, you didn't have good taste.
You had good taste, though.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, facts. Double facts, triple facts, quadruple facts.
I didn't know he was, crazy. And unfortunately, he's not the first person that, like, I've met over the years that was very off-putting. Yeah. It's sad. I've met a few guys that everything's fine in the beginning, then all of a sudden, like, it's just a snap, and they just, like, something's off about them, and you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to go. Like, I'm going to block you on everything because and then, unfortunately, if they know where you work already,
that's crazy.
Before the snap happens, they're up at your job asking you to talk to them. Yeah. Why you ain't talking to me? I just want to talk about things, and you're at work.
You want to talk about things? No, I don't. That's why I never hollered at you, because I didn't want to be a crazy nigga.
I'm pretty sure you're retained compared to the guys that I've dealt with.
No, I definitely am, because I'm not gonna come to your job. But had I really fell in love with you in that sense, I would have been super muddy. I would have been super muddy, and I wouldn't have been able to look at myself in the mirror.
Like, I mean,
no, because this is wild. No, I would never do nothing like that. I've actually met someone in that type of situation where I saw them online and they were like somebody, quote unquote, and we met and we ended up having a great friendship. I was like, yeah, now I just get to hang out with you. It's like, you're this is the dope. I've always looked at you, and then it was like, oh, I want to be her friend. And I became her friend. I was like, yo, this is the illest shit ever. Stop trying to have sex with people, dudes. Stop being creepy and stuff. But that's all in the past at this point now. You are newly married?
Yes. We got married February 29th, and then after that, all the lockdown stuff happened.
That's hilarious.
Pretty much.
I was in my brain, damn it, I wish I could have went to the wedding so I could object.
It's silly.
It was two people. It was you and then is it Chris Morris? He just got married.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Not Chris Morris. I'm
never mind.
Oh, damn it. Shout out to my brother though. Is it Chris Monroe? It's a Chris something. It's a black dude with a circle face and a beard, and he just got married.
Circle face and a beard.
Yeah. And he just got married, and like when he was posting like he was engaged, I would just like comment. I was like, it was like a picture of her, and I would just comment like, blink twice if you need help, because like you getting her is like crazy. And I just didn't believe it for the longest. And then they got married. I was like, you know what? I'm proud of you, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's my guy though. That's my guy. So when you popped up all wifed, I was like, damn it. I missed the opportunity.
I mean, you had how many years?
and then like a couple years ago, you had like, I saw that you moved to California. I was like, I'm closer.
Yeah, I moved to California, last year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm much closer now. We're in the same state. It'll work now. And then I'm like, oh, she's in love. Damn it. Fuck you, love.
That was the whole reason behind the move.
Yeah,
Other than that, I probably would still be in Indiana.
Right. And you hated Indiana, let you tell it.
Oh, yeah. Indiana, home of the nothing.
Home of the nothing. But tell me about your new marriage. How was did you have a wedding? Did you just have a little ceremony? Talk to me. Walk me through it since I wasn't invited.
Nobody was invited. We eloped.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Las Vegas and
that's cute.
we eloped and we got married in a place called the Valley of Fire, where it's just like a bunch of mountains and stuff, and it was really pretty.
Yeah.
And it was very intimate because again, it was just me, him, the minister, and the photographer.
That's dope.
So it was really nice. We wanted to. I mean, he feels bad that nobody was there. I don't feel bad because, my mom, she doesn't feel bad. Right. If my mom felt bad, then I would feel bad. But since nobody at all was there, he's okay with it.
Yeah, that's what I would want. Like, I don't need the everybody there. Like, I don't have much family anyway, so it would be all of her family. But if she was down, I'm like, yo, let's just, like, my friend is an ordained minister. Like, we could just do this shit in my living room. Right.
It was
then have
nice,
a party later. Did you have a party?
I don't really like you. I really don't have much family. It would have just been my mom and a couple of friends. So I guess he also thought about that too and was just like, let's just elope. And, we did. And then, like I said, when we came back in March, coronavirus was a huge thing. And then we had the lockdowns.
Yeah, so that's what marriage is. Marriage is the coronavirus lockdown. So I hope you're prepared for the rest of your life.
I mean, we get along well. I mean, we lived together for almost a full year before we got married. Yeah. And, we broke up with each other maybe once.
Yeah.
During
that is important. That is very important. You have to break up.
The thing is, it was 2.3 seconds, and that was, we realized that we want to be together, and my mom just, she's happy. She's happy she has a son now, and yeah.
Were you the son she never had?
She always wanted a daughter and a son, and she never had a son, so she has him now. So
that's dope. What about his family? Because I didn't hear you say anything about that. How are they adjusting?
I don't want to say too much.
Y'all want to say don't get in trouble.
I'll I'll say that, mostly everyone it seems to be happy.
There's some holdouts though, for sure.
Mostly everyone, which is nice. There's just, one person that, has issues, but it's okay.
Yeah. Tell her you're, damn it, I was going to make a great Prince Henry joke, but I can't remember the girl's name. What's the girl that was in Suits? What's her name? What's the princess's name now? The Duchess. What's her name?
Oh, Maggie? Margot? Something.
Yeah, her name is Margot. Her name is
know.
Her name is Margot Robbie. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
Cutting that out. I just bombed. You make me nervous, Miss Kela. I'm just telling you that.
I ain't nobody.
Yeah, I know. That's what makes it doper. In my time doing this, I've at this point, this is maybe I'm in the 30s as far as interviews concerned, conversations are concerned. I think I'm maybe more than 30. But so at this point, I'm very like comfortable with doing this show. And I am completely flustered right now.
Oh.
I'm completely flustered right now. And it's going to show it. I'm going to be so embarrassed when I put this out. But I just want everybody to know that I'm gushing.
I ain't nobody.
I know.
I'm just some random person.
You are, and that's why this is so funny to me.
You've known me,
right? And this is dope. The fact that you was like, hey, after all this time, I'll do your podcast. Yes, I'm hella juiced. So basically,
I didn't want to do it. I remember you were like, "Oh yeah, you and I don't know who else, but I remember Tori,
Momo.
Me and Tori, like, oh yeah, you guys need to do my podcast." I was like, "Yeah, I'm totally down." And
never heard anything.
I was into that for a little bit.
Yeah, I had to get my footing. And you didn't have nothing to talk about back then.
I still don't.
But hey, we just did an hour. You feel me? Now we talked about a lot in this hour. It was just 30 minutes of me just gushing over you though, but that's fine. So Ms. Kela, before we get out of here, there's things that I like to give my audience something to think about before they hear me the next time, right?
Right.
So this segment is called The Diagnosis. That's my favorite part. It's my favorite part of the whole show. It's my favorite part of the whole show. Those 6 seconds is my favorite part of the whole show. Diagnosis number 1 for this week. Respect people's boundaries. Just because people are on the internet, you're not their friend. You don't, so what that you have a crush? They don't know you. You're a creep. And that goes for women too. Like,
right.
Like
most definitely. We're about equality.
Yeah, these men aren't your baby daddy because he looks good. Like, leave people alone. like respect people's boundaries. And my last one would be grow into your happiness. Because knowing you from afar, I've gotten like those blogs and those videos, like you shared like a lot of intimate things about you, right? So I felt I knew you before I knew who you were, right? And to see you now and to see your journey to now to a married woman, like I have to applaud you, and I feel like this is what it all was for. Those thoughts of like, those thoughts of depression, those thoughts of am I worth it? Those thoughts of I don't like what I look like sometimes. All that led up to you becoming free with your cosplay, and expressing yourself and expressing your sexuality and things like that to get you to a point where you found love and you can, now you're married and now you are, living the life that you wanted to live back then. So
wow.
I'm proud of you.
Wow. I got kind of choked up.
Hey.
I really appreciate hearing that. I need to hear that more. Thank you so much.
We all need to hear that. That
really means a lot to me.
Yeah. I made Miss Kela happy, guys. That's all I want in life.
That really means a lot to me because I went through this stage of life where I was just so sad. I did not, and I got tears. Oh no tears.
Come on, let them rain.
I was just so sad, and I like you said, I was depressed, and I still go through depression.
Of course,
it's just a thing, but. I went through so much where I just seemed so angry and I was so depressed. And even after the whole Charles Hamilton stuff and me just kind of fading away, I just remember this part of my life where I was still just so sad and I was going to kill myself. I was very close to killing myself.
So glad you didn't.
So I appreciate that you see my growth.
Yes.
Like definitely. That means a lot to me, and I'm gonna cry. Oh no,
it's okay.
I don't. The thing is, with you saying like, oh man, you're my crush from afar, and oh, I admire you from afar. Like, I forget that we're on the internet and people are actually watching me, even though they're not putting their input in or anything. So, like, you just kind of reminded me, like, hey, people are watching and, people are rooting for you.
Definitely.
I feel some type of way right now. Like, wow. That really means a lot. Like, normally I just think, like, I'm this girl that's, like, in the shadows of everybody else, but people are watching me and, hoping for the best for me. And I really appreciate that.
Definitely. You are important. Oh, I didn't mean to do this.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just surprised. Like that made me feel good. Like I guess sometimes I'm still in the mindset of when I was 15 and nobody really paid attention to me. I was not popular. I was a loner. I had friends, but I was a loner mostly. I dressed in all black. I wanted to be left alone.
Yep.
I didn't want anyone to see me. And now I do something where people have to pay attention to me. And I dress up in costume. And I'm like, look at me.
Right. Yeah.
So, wow. I'm touched.
This is amazing. This is one of my favorite episodes.
You've given me a gift that, like, I really needed. Like, I'm just in awe now.
This is dope. Because I'm cheesing. And I just wanted the listeners to know that we had nothing planned. This conversation was not planned at all.
Nope.
I set up her sound and press record, and here we are an hour later. This is why I say that this podcast is Best Med Pod, the best medicine podcast, because at the end of it, it's like this podcast makes you actually feel something. It's just not two people talking.
Yeah, I really honestly didn't think I was, going to be all like emotional and, feel like this. But, that makes me really happy. And, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
With everything I always have.
Thank you.
Don't be a stranger. I'm always here. I'm always around.
Yeah, you're like 4 hours and 24 minutes away in 15 seconds. I mean, what?
I'm probably less than that. I'm probably like 2 hours away, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm making it weird again. Sorry.
I made it weirder, so it's okay.
Tell the people where they can find you if you want to be found.
All right. I'm more active on Instagram than probably any other social media that I have. I mean, like I said, I have a Twitter, but I stopped using it because it made me more depressed. So I'm like, let me just, stick to Instagram. So I have an Instagram. I am Hello X Kela, Kela, because most people don't know how to spell my name.
Yeah.
And I also have a TikTok where I make really annoying videos of myself in cosplay because for some reason I can't get away from making videos.
Right.
And I am like thicky 6 with 2 X's. But you can also just search Kiki Fierce and you'll probably find me that way too.
Beautiful. Congratulations on your marriage. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
He's a lucky bastard, and I hate him. And as always, shout out to the Defy Life Podcast Network, Black-owned podcast network. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't hear my voice. This sultry chocolate baritone of a voice that I have. Best Man Pod, it's your man Simba Roar back in this thing one more time, bruh. And we out. Peace. Thank you, Miss Kela.
Bye. You're welcome. It's no problem.